Can you see me like the head? Is that fine? All right. Hello team, I'm Ophelia and this is another lovely and relaxing stretching session with a lovely background of the sea from Ibiza. We are focusing on back and shoulders today. Remember, these are quick, static, relaxing stretches, so it's quite important to think of them as a way to just integrate more stretching in your life, whether it's after an aerial class, which I recommend for aerialists, but also for those who just want to do this after a workout. So it's very accessible, it doesn't require any equipment besides a mat, and it's pretty easy to follow along. It's going to last about 5 to 10 minutes depending on how I vibe. So let's start with a few cat-cows. We're going to go on all 4 and we're just going to move quite freely with the spine here. You can just do some circle. I like making circles, but you can just do like, keep it nice and easy, simple here. Start switching that breath into a beautiful nose breathing. Slow down, yeah? So try and like slow down that breath here. And exhale. Some like nice little circles. Really take the time. Try and keep your shoulders kind of above your wrist and try and keep the knees underneath your hips here, okay? And from here, we're just gonna take a little downward facing dog or pike. I like to stretch my toes a little bit before I start pressing, so start pushing here and stretch. So obviously if your hamstring are tight, the aim is not to straighten the legs, the aim is to stretch in your shoulders and your back. So you allow yourself to bend the knees if necessary and come high on your toes. It is nice and relaxing here. Just take some nice deep breath. And from here we're going to slowly come back on all 4. Take your hands forward and take yourself into a puppy. So here you can, the aim is to drop the chest and try and look forward, but obviously you can just land with your forehead when we come down. Good. Always think of yourself coming for like 20, 30, 45 seconds. You can start increasing the tolerance as well to your stretch. Come back into child pose here. Very nice. Hands forward. We're going to move into a little cobra. So press and open the chest. You can open the neck as well. Try not to sink in the shoulders. We try and like push and lift up. You can also move the hips a little bit side to side. It's quite nice. Very nice way to relax. Taking the view in, love it. And then from here, see if you can push yourself into like a plank. This is a bit more active, I know, but back into a downward facing dog or pike. You're gonna wave that spine and back down. Good. You can start lifting the feet if you want. You don't have to do that, you can stay where you are. If this is get too hard, walk your hands a little bit forward. Then slowly come back down here and drop on our forearms into a beautiful little Sphinx pose. From that lovely Sphinx pose, take the right knee up. Very nice. And then from that right knee, we're gonna thread the left hand and we're gonna open in a twist. Remember, it's quite important to work on your thoracic movement as well, so twists are quite important for that. Take it back nice and slow and change side. All right, so left knee. Right hand catches the left and open in twist. Ah, wonderful. Slowly take it back. Come back again from your Sphinx. You can open a little bit the hands and work on your external rotation a little bit. I quite like to stretch my external rotation here. And then I try and stay nice and wide. So I try and like reach into the external part of my mat. Ideally you want to have the hands flat, but you can end up just having your hands with the palms facing each other. What we try and avoid is having the elbows flaring out. We're just going to hold here for one more breath, and then we're going to start pushing the same way, and we're going to start pushing into a little forearm plank, and see if you can take your dolphin stretch. So here you can walk your feet a little bit closer, and you can start pushing a little bit more. This is a little bit more strength, but we do need to open the shoulders a little bit more. Again, feel free to bend the knees if necessary. Option to also like lift one foot or lift the other, but today I will stay here. Very nice. And then finishing, we're going to shift ourselves into a seated pose. Now, the option is there for you to go into a full wheel, you know, if you're like that, because that's what we're trying to achieve, good back bends, right? But because we're still in a nice sort of relaxing kind of vibe, for me, I'm just going to work onto what we call crab reach in animal flow, or also wide thing in yoga. So I'm just starting. You can have the hands facing into the fingers facing sideways or facing back, facing forward, wherever you feel the most comfortable. Yeah, like it's absolutely fine. Just try and not overly twist your wrist. That's the most important part. From here, I'm just simply going to push my chest up a little bit. You got the option as well to kind of like get a bit more into flexion stretch of your shoulders. I quite like this increase of the flexion. Just taking that little moment. And then finally, I'm going to bring back my feet. I'm going to push through my shoulders. So I'm not pushing through my bum. I'm actually pushing through my shoulders, you see here. And then the movement that I'm going to have is take one hand off. So here I'm taking my right hand and I'm just going to reach upwards, meaning my hips are going to actually push up first. And then I'm going to try and twist my chest. So we don't drop like this. So try and like push and try and reach. So obviously, in yoga, your wide thing will have one straight leg, one bent leg. What I like to do here is just simply like find a little bit more balance and reach. Obviously for those, again, who wants to go into full back bend, you also have that option. But today I'm staying here and slowly take it back. Try and control a little bit that come back, and then we're gonna do the other side. So lift from the shoulders, change that hand and push the hip and find that twist. Relax that arm here as well to open in the shoulder. It's quite nice. So here, when I'm holding that stretch, I just kind of like push my hip a little bit more and then shift the weight a little bit more over my hand. And then I focus on keeping my hips square. Again, option to go into full bridge, but for today, I just stay there. I'll find my stretch. That's pretty much all for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the view, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now. You pass me my shoes back, please. Thank you. Nice.